What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Bond's Apartment. I, of course, am Luke, per usual. Today, a little bit different review than we've done in the past. If you've seen my video on the Royale Filmware Casino Royale Miami bomber jacket, the leather jacket from Casino Royale, you will know that I don't have many leather jackets. This is actually leather jacket number 2 for me. Like in 31 years of life, 2 leather jackets. They happen to both be in the closet at the same time. So this is the AllSaints Lark jacket, now made famous by Brad Pitt in the movie Wolves. You might be thinking, what the fuck is Wolves? Well, it's a movie that's not out yet. However, Clooney and Brad Pitt have been filming Wolves in the city of Manhattan in New York. Basically, the paparazzi photos have been kind of off the charts with this jacket, just because it's the two of them, 2 of the biggest movie stars in the world, filming in the biggest city in the world. And most of the shots that they filmed, Brad Pitt was wearing this All Saints jacket. I actually happen to have this jacket before they started filming. I had this jacket just because I saw it on sale. I was kind of trying to get in the leather jacket game after the Casino Royale one that I picked up from Royale Filmware. And then next thing you know, Brad Pitt's wearing it. So All Saints actually posted on their Instagram, I'll post it here, it's something like, be calm, Brad Pitt wearing All Saints, blah, blah, blah. So it's like officially, this is our jacket, that's Brad Pitt wearing it. No, I'm sure they don't have any affiliation with the film. This happened to be what the costume designer chose, but this is it. So let's review it, let's talk about it, and let's get into the Bond connection of All Saints and a leather jacket. I'm going to be flashing pictures up here, but I'm kind of wearing the same outfit you see Brad Pitt wear in Wolves. It's like gray slacks, black shoes. You can't really see them. There you go. This jacket and a white button-down dress shirt. I actually think he's wearing like a quarter zip. They both are. It'll be interesting once you see the film come out because they're both wearing very similar looks, as you can see in the pictures that I'm showing here. But this jacket is a size medium. Okay, and it actually fits very well. I'm hoping nobody thinks it's snug because it actually fits quite well. Like I've got some little bit of room here. I'd probably wear it unbuttoned. However, when I saw the look, before I get into the review, we'll do the Bond tie-in. When I saw Brad Pitt wearing this, and even Clooney's outfit, because like I said, they're very similar, it just made me think of one thing in particular, Roger Moore in A View to a Kill. Now, of course, I think the most famous leather jacket we see Craig wear in the Bond era is probably that Miami bomber. Thanks to Royale Filmware, is very easily obtainable now. But Craig's other leather jackets are leather but suede, and like the Morocco jacket or the Spectre jacket. This is true leather jacket. This is 100% goat leather. It's 100% polyester lined inside. It's got button cuffs here. It's got front pockets. It's actually got inside wallet pockets, 2 front pockets down here, and then also the little button closure at the bottom of the jacket. So it's kind of racer, kind of typical leather jacket, definitely not a bomber. I actually kind of prefer jackets with a collar over bombers. However, the way the Royale Filmware one, it's like a faux collar. You can kind of wear it as both. So I saw this look on both Brad Pitt and Clooney, immediately thought of Roger Moore in A View to a Kill. Although he's a little older in A View to a Kill, still a great look and still a great Bond look. Roger Moore is wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a button-down shirt. Very elevated look. This is very similar to that jacket, however, this one's black. The jacket in A View to a Kill is much darker brown than the Royale Filmware, or technically the Armani jacket from Casino Royale. This also made me think of Timothy Dalton in The Living Daylights. He's wearing a black, they call it a car coat. Bond Suits has a fantastic article about this coat. Check it out, I'll put it below. But that is a black jacket. So now we're seeing Timothy Dalton, seeing Craig, seeing Roger Moore, seeing a lot of the Bonds. Pierce, of course, has a few leather jackets, a little different than this, but they're all wearing leather jackets. I was like, I have to get on board with this. And then, I don't know what it was, Brad Pitt looking real like, early 2000s Brad Pitt in this look. I was like, you know what? I can't believe I have this jacket. Let's start wearing it. I actually had this jacket sitting in the closet with a tag on it. I was kind of debating on returning it only because it's, as I said in the Royale Filmer video, it's a new look for me. Leather jackets are not my typical thing. So let's get into the kind of review on it. So it's a medium, fits well. I like the way it drapes. It's very heavy and not heavy for a leather jacket, but heavier than I'm used to wearing pretty much any coat because, once again, new to leather jackets. But it's heavy, but it feels good. What I like most about it is the fit in the arms. Nothing needs to be changed about the fit in the arms. It is tight enough, but not too tight to where I can't move in it. What I really like is the taper. Once you get to the forearm, it gets even tighter and then actually kind of starts to widen as you get to the cuff, which could even be wider if you like by unbuttoning that, but I think then you kind of look like a horse. I don't know. Brad Pitt actually tends to do that a lot. He does it a lot in the Ocean's movies, kind of wears his dress shirts unbuttoned and he can pull it off because he's Brad Pitt. I can't. I love the sleeves on it. I love the way it drapes. I like the pockets here. They're subtle. I like the pockets for your hands here because it's just something I tend to do whenever I wear a jacket, even if it's not cold. It's just the way I stand in a jacket. I like to kind of just keep my hands, I don't know if it's a laziness thing, whatever it is, I'll just be standing and kind of like this. It's like supporting my body weight, right? The back, just typical, straight down, nothing crazy about it. Nothing, no like hidden pockets or no buckles that come undone for extra room. No vents, no nothing like that. To my surprise, inside pockets, which is really nice. And then, as I said, this bottom little buckle to kind of tighten it all together. And then your typical collar, which if you want to try to do the Dalton, you can kind of do that. Like I said, he's wearing a car jacket, a car coat. Very big collar on that. But this is kind of how it's versatile. Like you can kind of look a little Miami Casino Royale like this, but black. Versatile, right? The All Saints connection. We see Bond wear some All Saints clothes in Skyfall. The cord pants he's wearing in what is considered one of the most iconic men's looks in the last 20 years or something. The Skyfall barber scene. Those are All Saints pants. I've actually done a whole video on how I would like to see All Saints in more Bond films. This is the perfect example. Even in my video, if you go back and watch it, a lot of the things I wear from All Saints have the logo on it. And of course, I say, this shirt, this whatever, this button down, this casual button down, this dress shirt, this polo, but with no logo. This is the type of thing that when you're seeing Brad Pitt wear this in these images, you do not think All Saints. I knew it was All Saints because I had it, but even me seeing it, I was kind of like, is it though? And then once they confirmed it, I kind of freaked out because I had it already. So this is the type of thing, it's kind of full circle here. It's Brad Pitt meets Bond, meets past Bond, meets All Saints. Plus my video from before, which is, I think at this point, at least a year old. At least, probably more. This is the perfect way to integrate All Saints into a future Bond movie. This is just a classic look. It's very easy. Although my wife did say I look like I'm from Greece. Initially I thought she meant Greece like the country. It's like, okay, but she meant Grease the film because of course all the T-birds are rolling around with dress shirts and slacks and dress shoes on when they're wearing their leather jackets that look like they're completely unworn, but she's never seen Grease. So, anyways, it's easily elevated, this type of leather jacket, similar to the Miami Bomber. I actually think, though, because this has a more traditional collar, it's an easier jacket to elevate, especially with the dress shirt underneath. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. I saw this, instantly thought of two different Bond films. Technically, you can kind of think three, Beginning Tomorrow Never Dies. That's obviously a pretty well-known leather coat that we see Bond wear, but definitely very different than this. It's really a View to a Kill for me. Slightly different color. That's an incredibly dark brown, as I mentioned before. But this kind of, maybe I'm colorblind, but it's just more so the look. Dress pants, dress shoes, dress shirt, leather jacket. Not something I ever would have gravitated towards even a year ago. Even in my video for the Armani Royale Filmwear bomber jacket, you see me wearing a few different looks. One of them is a dressed up look. Believe it or not, before I was even seeing clips for this film, or stills for this new Brad Pitt film, I actually wore that Miami Bomber with a quarter zip, which is technically what you see him wearing in this new movie. So, not an absurd, not a far-fetched look, just an easy way. And I'm in Michigan. It's freezing here. It's like 14 degrees or something right now. Ice storms, all kinds of shit going on. So the leather jacket, nice and warm, heavy, fits well, like nothing needs to be tailored, nothing needs to be changed. Everything fits perfectly. I'm about 5'11". I always get asked this question, I always forget. 5'11", medium. I'm like about a 40, 41 chest at this point, like a 32 waist. The jacket fits perfectly. I'm a big fan. I like that it now has this Brad Pitt connection. I kind of got it in the first place because I had a brown leather jacket and I thought, well, to complete the leather jacket thing, I should have a black one. So now we've got both. Then we see Brad Pitt wearing it. The way he wore it immediately made me think of A View to a Kill. And here we are. Here's my View to a Kill homage piece for the Bond fan. I'm going to try to put links below. I think Nordstrom might have it. I would probably size up too. Like if you're typically a medium, I'd go to large. Because I could, if you want to layer this a lot, I think you could use the extra room. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the review on the AllSaints Lark leather jacket as seen on Brad Pitt in Wolves. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.